What's good, family? This is your girl Divine Karma coming in with a reading or like a channel message on this evening. How are you? I send you peace, light, love, and harmony as I always do about this time. Why? Because Divine Karma loves you, baby. So, make sure my mic is on. I got a channel earlier that I only pulled a couple decks because Spirit was very clear on how to move. But we need to talk about those of you that have daughters, that have divine feminines, or about to. A lot of you watching this, you will, if you haven't already noticed, that your daughter's different, no matter what age they are at. If they're at a young age, you may notice in the next couple of years how different they are, and this is for a reason. Some of you, your divine feminine, beautiful daughters, are reincarnations of some very, very powerful divine feminine energies. I kept hearing some of you, your divine feminine daughters, are reincarnate of civil rights movers, brown people. A lot of you, your divine feminine daughters, if they haven't already shown this highly rebellious side of them, they will at some point because they are reincarnates of Black Panthers. Black Panthers and civil rights divine feminine leaders from the past have reincarnated in some of your children. And if you haven't noticed that they different, you will very, very soon. Some of them have a lot of spiritual gifts. They are truly chosen ones and star seeds. And this message is for them, for you, how to move with especially with those that have spiritual gifts, clairvoyance, and all the clairs and psychic things. I did a live today, and I had a mother on there, and her daughter is like that, and she actually brought her daughter on the live in the chat as well to speak. If you're watching this, Miss Crystal, how are you? You and I think her name was Ariana, I believe, her daughter. But let's get into this thing because some of you, listen, when people say these children didn't choose to be here, everybody chooses to be here. You don't come here like the parent does not choose the child chooses the parent. They've had multiple studies from hundreds of thousands of children that don't even know each other, and they all have said a similar story. Edgar Casey did so many studies on children, and there were 3, 4, 5 year olds talking about they remember being in heaven and um, being shown a book like a spiritual book to pick out their mother and father. Your child chose you to be a parent for a reason. And I'm going to tell you, I know this is true because I have a nephew, and I think he was all of maybe 5 or 6. And we was in his room playing some kind of little game. And he told me, call me TT. I remember when I was in heaven. And I just was like, what? I remember when I was in heaven. He told me what it was like there. I said, do you miss it? You want to go back? He said, no, it's really nice there. I love it there. But I have things to do here. So I have to be here because I have things to do. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that it's real. Your child chose you for whatever reason. So no, in this time and age, these star seeds are popping up out of everywhere. Let's talk about this first one I got. She came out of 2 decks, 2 different decks. The beautiful Oya. You're not familiar who with Oya is? I suggest you do your research. But this is Oya. Like I said, she came out in 2 different decks. Just jumped completely out of both decks. Some of you are dealing with your daughters has the energy or can tap into Oya's energy. Sometimes these, beings, they completely reincarnate. And sometimes they are, they might be your daughter's a guardian angel on their spirit team, or just, they have their energy. but somebody's daughter is connected to the magnificent Oya. And I had a specific message when I sat down to do this. If you have divine feminine daughters that are not the hourglass figure that they pump out on TV, that are very full figured, and I'm not saying, in a healthy way, don't have any, but just a full figured divine feminine. I'm telling you right now, if you try to mold them into anything else to make them fit what they see on TV and in the public and society is pushing them, you're gonna get so much pushback from the universe, source, God, Allah, Buddha, Yah, whoever that is for you. It's going to make you very uncomfortable because you're gonna get a lot of pushback to let them be as long as they are healthy. Because I do know full figured women have no health issues. They're just full figured women. And brown women, that's where we come from. Our ancestors were full figured. Not all of them were, unhealthy. They were just full figured. It's just how we built a lot of times. So do not, as long as they don't have any health issues, try to make them fit into this mess that they see on TV and all of this. Let's read about Oya, the Yoruba, Nigeria, the Yoruba, Nigeria. Well known as a goddess of wind, lightning, death, and birth and rebirth. Oya has other lesser known attributes such as dominion over words. Oya reminds us to be aware of the power of our words, especially the way we speak to ourselves around ourselves. Oya encourages us to select words that honor, revere, and worship the goddess within. Choose words that celebrate your inner divine. Play with it if you want to. She came out of two decks. Some of you, your daughters, have this energy in them. They very well may talk about death and rebirth a lot. They will see death different as a transition, nothing to be afraid of. Some of you, your daughters, will have the abilities, medium and psychic abilities, to hear individuals on the other side, clear audience. They will be very, your daughter's going to be the type, or is the type, when you say something that's not of a high vibrational frequency, oh, they gonna say something to you about it. We don't say that, mommy. Don't say that, mommy. I don't know how we gonna pay these bills. Don't say that, mommy. Don't say that. It's gonna work. We're gonna be okay. They don't. They very careful with their words. Very careful. And when they say "I love you," they don't say it randomly. When they say "I love you," it's the presence of God behind that. The divine Allah, whoever source is for you, it's the presence of source behind that when they say it. Because they don't play around with that. They do not play around with that. Hoya has, a tendency to like storms. So if your child, your daughter might, be infatuated with looking out the window when it's storming, when it's raining and lightning, she might be infatuated with how this planet shifts, seasons, and the leaves change colors and all of these things. Lightning, infatuated with it. Electricity, infatuated with it. Your daughter will see death completely different than you. Your daughter, she will see it as a transition, as a new beginning somewhere else. I'm telling you. And they are powerful. And I'm telling you right now, some of y'all got some civil leaders and some very high ranking divine reincarnates that's in y'all daughters, they are here to usher in the new earth. They are here to usher in us getting back to love. They are here to usher in the respect of the divine feminine again and put us back in our rightful places. And I'm not a feminist. I don't never get that confused because I love our conscious awakened, you know, love moving in the balance and energy of love, divine masculines. I do, no matter what nationality you are. Don't never get that twisted. But this world has been pushed into a patriarch energy for years, and it's gotten us nowhere because there's more war, there's more fighting, there's more moving, especially when it comes with our government, moving in egotistical manners. You can't have these kind of weapons, and we gonna go to war, and I want to steal your oil, and all of this because we're out of balance. Mother Earth, Daughter Earth, whichever one you want to call it, has awakened. She is bringing herself back into balance in that divine feminine energy. And let me tell you, there's some daughters coming in now. I'm telling you, they so connected to Gaia, to so the Great Mother Sophia. If you don't know who the Great Mother Sophia is, do your research. They're not playing no games. They are here to help us move back into this divine, for the divine feminine, be back in balance and back in their on their rightful thrones. Not to necessarily be above the divine masculine, but we will be balanced. Because in ancient times, men didn't go to, Kemet and Atlantis and things of that. Men didn't do they when they made big moves, war or moving somewhere, whatever, big decisions, they sat down with the divine feminine, the oracles, because they all had the gifts. We all have the gifts. What do you see? Use your gifts. Is this a good move for us? Is this something we should do? Should we do it quickly or should we stagger it out? They came to the divine feminine for wisdom. I had this conversation with somebody the other day. All this craziness about Adam and Eve. But listen, Adam and two people ain't birthed 8+ billion people on the planet. If you are still believing that, you need to go get some kind of medication because it's just not possible. It's not even scientifically possible for two people to have birthed 8 billion people. The serpent, the snake in ancient times meant knowledge. The serpent gave the divine feminine knowledge. Knowledge. I know all this craziness that they done told you and put in the Bible about the, but you have to understand the Bible was full of codes and symbols and subliminal messages. You have to understand that. The serpent, the snake, which represented knowledge, gave the apple full of knowledge. It didn't give it to the divine masculine, beloved. It gave it to the divine feminine for her to show the divine masculine. Your daughters are going to usher back in this divine feminine energy. They already are. They already are. And they're not going to be feminists. They love they divine masculines, but they're not playing no games. And it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that way. I have Holding Space that came out. When I tell you they're going to be so connected to Gaia, so connected to Gaia. Some of you, their spiritual and psychic gifts are going to be so strong. It can be a damn tsunami coming through where you live. Baby, they'll be able to stand outside and say something, do something, whatever, and that thing will completely go completely around you, her, whoever your daughter is and loved ones in y'all house. I'm talking about power. This is who you birthed. This is who chose you to, to be their mother. Holding space, you got Ghana, Senegal, Madagascar, Zambia, Zimbabwe. I love it. I love it. I'm going to try to pronounce these words the best that I can. The Akan and U proverb, Nunya Adido Asi Netune O, translates as wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it. Similarly, no one person can hold all the burdens of this world. Perhaps you are carrying too much in this moment. The baobab tree reminds us that we must hold each other. We are not meant to do this alone. Nobody knows everything. Our problem on this planet is division because of religion and all this extraness. Your divine feminine daughter, that little star seed chosen one you got running around, is going to show you that. And I'm telling you right now, for some of y'all watching this, it's going to be a bumping of the heads because you may have been groomed to think that someone's coming to save you, for all this religion. And some of you, I'm telling you, your daughter is going to be like, I respect if that should work for you. But there's none of that resonates with me. They believe in a higher power. They believe in source. But like myself, they gonna tell you they're not doing no religion. They not. They not gonna do it. They hold us very special sacred space for the divine. They not gonna argue about you calling it God and whoever. They not gonna do none of that because they know there's not one perfect religion, faith, belief, whatever. And I talked about this on my live today. I take a piece of all of it. The Bible's got some stuff in it that I like. The Quran, the Circle Seven has got stuff in it that I like. The Moorish books got stuff in it that I like. You know what I'm saying? Buddhism teachings has a lot of things that I like. I take what resonates with me from all of it and I make it my own. And your daughter's gonna do that. She's gonna do that. You talking about what the song is? Love is my religion, honey, honey. You don't even know. Queen Mother Nanny Liberation. I'm telling you, some of y'all daughters is going to be so connected. The water to the land. I'm telling you, they gonna be very. Whenever they in a big city with trains and noise and pollution and cars honking and all these people, they are not going to be able to function. They're not going to be able to function. They're not, because they're too connected to nature. They the type that you know how seniors have skipped school day. Your daughter, this daughter might participate, but she ain't gonna be with the other kids. She's gonna be out at the beach somewhere, out in the middle of the forest somewhere, sitting there, cloud gazing, stargazing, talking to birds. This is your child, your divine feminine. And when I tell you, if you dare try to pull them out of this energy or block it when it's coming upon them, honey, Source and Gaia will deal with you on a level you do not want to be dealt with on. This is their baby. You might have birthed them through a physical womb, but this is a star seed, a chosen one. And they will protect them. It don't matter who it is, they will protect them from them. Anybody that tries to pull them out of this energy or tell them something's wrong with them, why you just can't be like the other kids and try to force them into, all this societal nonsense, the image that they made, how women are supposed to be, act, they role, and all of that. I'm telling you, Source and Gaia are gonna deal with you on a level you don't want to be dealt on because this daughter of yours is protected. And they will protect her. I don't give a damn if it's friend, family, foe, or animal. They will protect them by any means necessary because they have plans. They came here to uplift the vibration of the planet, to put the divine feminine back in balance. And that has to happen for a shift to happen on this planet. And your daughter is part of that. So if you think you're going to pull this out of them, it's a phase they going through, they'll grow out of it. I feel so sorry for you. I feel so sorry for you. Three of Wands, fire energy. They won't like to be still. They want to travel. They want to see other places. They want to, witness other cultures, how other people live. They're going to be very spiritual and they're going to soak up all spiritual knowledge that they can, no matter what somebody's belief is, whether it's Christianity, whether it's Buddhism, whether it's, whatever. They want to know. I ain't saying they're going to believe all of it, but they want to know because it's like they putting together their own library of knowledge so they can make it their own. And you can't stop this. They are going to grow spiritually at a rate you probably won't even be able to keep up with unless you in that frequency yourself. Homework will be done in 10 minutes because they're going to be in a room reading esoteric knowledge and stuff about the fifth dimension and third eyes and all this stuff. Atlantis and how many, who was the first people here and who was the Anunnaki. Like, this is your daughter. And the universe is going to make sure that she has everything she needs and ain't nobody getting in the way of this. Nobody. 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 I'm talking about powerful. For some of you, your daughter is going to be some kind of speaker, whether it's civil rights, whether it's the rights of people, period. When she speaks, people will listen. Some of y'all, your daughter is going to start speaking and having speaking engagements before they graduate from high school. Because the downloads and information that is coming to them, they have something to do here, baby. And I'm not talking about no job. They might have to get one for a moment, but I'm telling you, that ain't going to last too long. They're going to be doing speaking engagements before they even get out of high school. When they speak, people, I'm telling you, when they open their mouth, people shush to hear what she has to say. Some of you, your daughter will be single for a long time. And for some of you, they ain't thinking about all the extraness with a guy because they so know I can't, I got shit to do. I'm a chosen one. I'm here to help elevate the planet. Gaia is working and speaking through me. God is working and speaking through me. I don't have time for distractions right now. And so anybody that's sent into their life permanently, oh, they have to be on that frequency of divine masculine, or it's not going to happen. As if I can make it up. I just looked at the bottom of the deck. Radical rebirth. I'm telling you, you might physically know your child, but I'm telling you, you on a spiritual and soul level. Well, I mean chosen. King of Pentacles, Earth energy. They are going to be so savvy and so money is going to come to them so easily. It's going to blow your mind. Some of you are going to be like, well, why I couldn't never be this? Because this is their journey. Some of them are going to own multiple business, some of them spiritual business. They are already set to be financially provided for because of who they are. Nothing's getting in the way of that. They will be well provided for, and not because they want to. It's on a journey. And for anybody, any mother or father, that when they get, these financial blessings roll in for them, have a misappropriations of funds if you want to. You'd rather owe the IRS than the owe Gaia and Source. They aren't going to want for anything. And they don't have to ask. They don't have to ask. This is going to happen with or without your permission. Just, I want you to understand it. Two of Wands, fire, and they'll always know the path laid before them. Not to say they won't have challenges. They'll always be guided which way to go when that path presents themselves. And I'm going to tell you right now, if the path is not high vibrational and embraced in love and freedom and peace, stability and harmony, oh, they ain't going. I don't give a damn who's telling them to go. It's not going to happen. And anybody tries to force them to be anything other than this goddess and this divine feminine, I'm telling you, the repercussions ain't going to be nothing to play with. Ace of Wands, fire energy. They're not going to be still. For some of you, they're going to move around a lot because they are not just here to uplift the United States or whatever country you watching this in. The world. How Mike kept saying on Friday, of the world, Craig, of the world. They have things to do. No one will get in the way of this. Source will not allow it. Gaia absolutely will not allow it. They're going to step into their life purpose instantly. A lot of you, they gonna skip over. And some of you, they might get a little, summertime job here and there while they're in high school or something. But for most of you, oh, they skipping over the whole, I just gotta work because I need money and I don't like this job era that we all went through. They finna bypass all of that. They coming in the door, going to their life purpose. And the universe is going to make sure that they have everything that they need to do so. And again, if you trying to tell them, don't do this, don't do that, you ain't going to make no money doing that, why don't you go to law school? Why don't you go be a doctor? Again, anyone that gets in the way of this, there will be consequences and repercussions that you are not prepared to handle. Spirit, give me some more messages for this collective. Thank you, guys and angels. I usher them in, honey. I usher them in, honey. And if anybody watching this, you are your little divine feminines are already moving in this energy. Book a session with your girl. I'm a certified life coach, but baby, me and spirituality, we get down, and I'd be more than happy to help them harness any spiritual gifts that they have, how to control them, how to not get overwhelmed by all these distractions out here, and to move in their divine feminine energy at all costs. More than happy to, because we need it. Page of Wands, fire energy, about being free spirited, wanting to be adventurous. You will not be able to hold them back. And I know as a parent, you get nervous. You're going all the way. You going where for 2 weeks? It's in your nature to worry. No need to. They're going to be very free spirited because this is what they're supposed to do. Some, might have called them back in the day, very hippie, and every generation has a name. But that's them. They love to love. They love animals. A lot of you, they might end up being vegans or vegetarians, but they love to love. Most of them are empaths. They don't like to see people sad. They'll give somebody the shirt off their back. It's okay because they know who they are and they know that it'll be replaced times a million. Some of y'all got some little baby Yeshua on, well, not Yeshua's, but Yeshua energy in a divine feminine capacity walking around here. They gonna show you Christ consciousness, not a religion. People think Christ is Jesus' last name. No, it's not. Christ is a consciousness, it's an energy. They're going to show you what Christ consciousness is. Some of you, your children, before they reincarnated here, whoo, child, let me tell you what they showing me. Some of you, your divine feminine, before they came back here, they sat with a whole council of prophets and things of that nature. Your child had a conversation and sat and talked to Yeshua, who y'all called Jesus, before they came here. They talked to Mary Magdalene, who was not a prostitute, but a businesswoman and was Yeshua's wife and twin flame, and they had children. One of them, their daughter, is Sarah La Kali. These are the people that your child, your divine feminine, sat and talked to before they took this soul contract. It's unstoppable. It's unstoppable. Gods, goddesses, prophets, Mother Mary, the Orishas, Oya. Everything they do has to be in balance. Temperance card, fire energy. Everything they do has to be in balance, beloved. It can't be too much divine feminine, softy, softy, but we ain't making no action. Divine feminine is the energy of birthing and creating, whether it's a thought, whether it's an idea, whether it's something physical, whatever. Divine masculine is about action. If it does not balance out, your daughter don't want nothing to do with it. It's gotta make sense on both sides. Spirit, give me some more messages for this collective. Three of Swords, air energy. It's gonna hurt for a lot of you because I know a lot of people was forced into religion and a certain faith and all of that. And I'm telling you, you're gonna be in your feelings because they don't want nothing to do with that. You're gonna be sad. Five of Cups, water energy. But if you try to get in the way of this, Justice card, Libra energy will be served. Let them be free. I'm telling you, let them be free. I'm not saying don't watch over your child. I'm not saying none of that. But when it comes to their faith and belief and, introduce them if you want to, if you a Christian, a Muslim, or whatever you may be. But they not here to be put in a box. They not. And they don't, and I say this all the time, so I overstand this energy because I tell people all the time, we lost control of our planet and this planet is in chaos, and we let these idiots take over because we're out of balance. We're too divided. Racism still exists. How? At this point, everybody on this bitch is a mother slave, right? Not taken away from what my people went through because we went through a lot. But are we not seeing it with a whole nother nationality right now? With ICE? Your daughter's not gonna roll with none of that. With none of that. They don't want to be divided. We are literally on this planet calling the same energy and entity all these names, and we argue about whose name is the real name. My religion is better than yours. Why you calling God Allah? Why you calling Allah Buddha? Why you calling? Who cares? This is the energy your daughter gonna have. She's gonna be like, I don't care about none of that. I have a connection with the creator. I know who the creator is. Y'all crazy people down here arguing over some names and religion and books and all of that when most of the books was written by the people that's got control over you right now to make you believe shit that ain't gonna happen. Don't try to make your child believe. If your child don't, if they want to believe that somebody coming back to save them, but I'm telling you, these star seeds I'm talking about, they gonna laugh in your face when you tell them some man is coming back to get them. They gonna laugh in your face, and you gonna this is how you gonna be feeling. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is how you gonna be feeling, because they know it ain't true. They know when that was spoken. They know what it meant. That Christ consciousness is coming back. The energy of Yeshua to love people and treat people how you want to be treated. That's what's coming back to get you. And they're going to tell you that in so many words. Not some being that's going to come out of the sky and rescue you. This is why we're divided. And I'm telling you, prepare yourself for this star seed with these psychic abilities and psychic gifts and clairvoyance and clairaudience. You finna go cross the streets somewhere and don't see a car coming and your daughter gonna snatch you completely out of the way. This is who you got in your house or about to. Because some of you either are pregnant or about to get pregnant with this very divine feminine that I'm talking about right now. I just want to know what I want you to know what you in for. They chose you for a reason to be their mother. They chose you for a reason to be their mother. But don't try to put them in no box. These are the ones. I'm telling you, a lot of your daughters sat and had a conversation with Jesus and a whole bunch of prophets and entities and gods and goddesses from Atlantis and Kemet and wherever else. Probably gods and goddesses I don't even know. Could be galactical beings, Pleiadians, or Andromedans, whatever, before they came here. Some of you, they had a council of beings that ain't even from Earth. They sat down with before they came here that they got protection from. You better know who this divine feminine is that you done birthed or about to give birth to, because I'm telling you, I hope you ready. This is your girl, Divine Karma. Y'all know the drill. I love you, and I love it when you love me back. I love y'all to death. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.